In his latest track, 2 AM, King Von brags about the Englewood party murder, which left Mr. Stuckey dead, Mr. Stuckey being a rival gang member. Now, the question you might be asking yourself is, why wasn't King Von then hauled to court like Bobby Schmurda and incarcerated over the issue? It's because of the way that he actually delivers the message in his lyrics. It doesn't really point to him. I'm going to compare why King Von is not in jail over this issue and why people like Bobby Schmurda go to jail over what they say in their lyrics. He delivers it in quite a slick way. Anyway, let's start off with where King Von actually brags about shooting people at the Englewood party murder. He actually says in his first verse, "You get hit from a distance, that's aim. Pop his partner, he walked with a cane." Damn. If you check the story out on the Englewood party shooting, it says Davon Bennett, who's King Von, has been charged with murder for allegedly fatally shooting Malcolm Stuckey and wounding 2 others during a May birthday party in Englewood neighborhood. Bennett, 19, was charged with 1 count of murder and 2 counts of attempted murder for the May 29 shooting in the 5700 block of South LaSalle Street, authorities said. Right, well, let's just skip some of the content and get to where I'm saying he actually shot the guy. The 23-year-old man who attempted to run down the street and the 24-year-old man who attempted to run inside were both wounded, police said. So the 23-year-old man attempted to run down the street. That will put some distance between that man and King Von, where he actually would then hit him from a distance. This is where he actually says, "You get hit from a distance, that's aim. Pop his partner, he walked with the cane." And the fact that there was a partner presence really goes with the whole thing, that there were 3 guys on the whole scene, and King Von was careful to then not talk about the person who was killed. All right. Anyway, this video also shows me that Lil Durk is ready to distance himself from King Von anytime. Okay, not directly linked to the video, but because this kid seems to not know when to stop, and I think at some point he's going to end up in a jail cell. Let's read this extract. Earlier on this month, a judge found probable cause to charge Durk and co-defendant King Von with criminal intent to commit murder and aggravated assault, among other counts. Durk, however, denies involvement with the non-fatal shooting and told reporters prior to turning himself in that he has nothing to hide. So instead of covering for his homie King Von, who we know probably had a big role to play in this non-fatal shooting of one Alexander Witherspoon, it's probably just Durk saying, "You know what, King Von, fend for yourself, man." I mean, look at this quote. It says, "Once I heard, I immediately came back," he said at the time. This is Lil Durk. "I have nothing to hide. I have nothing to run from." Atlanta Police Department Detective Jeffrey Churchill said he's spoken with a witness of the shooting who reportedly said they saw Durk pull out a weapon. They heard gunfire. Churchill told the court the victim of the shooting, a male, was ultimately released from a local hospital following surgery. So it's Durk versus King Von, and it looks like, from what Durk is saying, he's ready to cut King Von loose. Let's keep watching and see if King Von actually stays on the label at OTF. Only the family records, which is owned by Lil Durk, to which he's signed on. If King Von actually finds himself cast away from this label, it's a big sign that Lil Durk basically has had enough of this kid and his antiques. Then the question is King Von a gangster? Is his lyrics suggest? I mean, he's got a rap sheet, or whatever you want to call it. He's got issues that has come across, but just how gangster is he? I don't think he's really gangster. I think he rolls with gangsters. If he was a real gangster, I think the Englewood shooting in 2014 would have landed him in jail for murder, like over a long term, like his partner Wade, because it said that 20 shell casings were found at the scene of the crime, and Wade, his accomplice, actually says he fired 15 or 16 of those. That means King Von here probably shot 3, 4, 5, and one of them hit that guy. Is saying that, you know, to get someone from range is aim. So he's probably someone who just rolls with the gangsters, still a protege, still coming up. He's not as hard as he probably thinks he is. I mean, let me know what you think about this in the comments below. While you're at it, please subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, share this video with friends, and follow as we go through these issues. And then he is a criminal rapper, I have to say, but I don't think he's as stupid as Bobby Schmurda. Like I promised you at the start of the video, I would compare how they deliver their lyrics and exactly why Bobby Schmurda is in jail and this kid is not. All right, so these are some of the lyrics from King Von the latest song 2 a.m., you can tell that he is highlighting the fact that he's involved in criminal activity, but he's not actually linking the issues to him straight up. He says nowadays niggas die for a name. You see, that's a gang name. He says you get hit from a distance, that's aim. Pop his partner, he walk with the cane, damn. Then on the other part he says make him dance, ain't talking about tic-tac, shoot up his whip, it won't help at no pit stop. You can take a look at all those other lyrics filled with suggestions that he owns guns and whatnot, and how he got away with cases because there are no witnesses, but it's not really linked up to him. Now if you look at Bobby Schmurda, he basically talks in the first person, unlike King Von, who speaks as a spectator, which I think he really is. I think he's like a part-time, not a part-time gangster, but he's one of those people who are just there at the scene of the crime, but not really the main antagonist of issues. Now look at Bobby Schmurda's lyrics from Hot Nigga, which many believe actually landed him in jail. He says, like I talked too shiesty when I shot niggas. That's like first person. Like you seen him twirl when he dropped nigga, and we kept them 9 millis on my block nigga. Okay, the third statement is more like a little King Von type of statement, not really directing the issue towards him, but the first two, that's like on him. Then and Monte, keep it on him, he done dropped niggas, basically telling people that someone from his gang has actually dropped niggas. So that's pretty straight up, that's pretty putting yourself in the crime, and that's exactly why he is in jail and King Von is not. King Von is speaking in the third person, and he probably will stay like that. And if you actually look at some of his lyrics, he says, I can't show guns in my videos anymore. This is someone who's very intelligent, and this is probably how King Von has stayed out of jail. Now, in terms of his style, looking at the song itself, I don't think it's much to talk about. I'm sure you can agree. It's more about the story surrounding this kid. That's why I reacted to the story instead of the song. There's nothing to talk about in the video. And I'd like to say this kid is an Acewood copycat. I think Lil Durk is trying to bring someone up to, you know, ride on the wave that Acewood created. What do you think? Do you think this kid has got a unique style? I don't think he's got a unique style. Listen how he flows with the semi-anger, or if you want to call it that. His voice is too sweet to be a gangster, but he's really trying to be like Acewood. So that's my reaction to the King Von 2 a.m. Video. The song is nothing much to talk about, but he's probably just, you know, trying to tell us what he's been up to as a gangster, and I think at some point he's going to find himself in jail. So until the next reaction is the critique. Cheers.